Hello, this is Uncle Jim, and Jamie JH586 just did a video for Jesse B Outdoors on 38 357 bullets, and so I thought I'd just join in and give you my input on some of my favorite good shooting 38 bullets. And I'm going to start off with the heavy. This is my favorite heavy 38 357 bullet, and I call it the taco bullet. It is the NOE 360180 grain RF, and it has a gas check cut. So the mold is right here. And I won a t-shirt from one of Taco's giveaways, Full Head Taco, and he threw that mold in with the package, and it was just amazing, and that's why I call it the taco bullet. And it's probably, out of these two, my favorite all-time bullets. Now, without a gas check, you can shoot 38s in it, and it's a tack driver. Rifle, revolver, and then you can gas check it and run hot 357 and it shoots awesome, and then you can run it in 357 max and it shoots awesome. So one of my all-time favorite bullets. So one of my favorite videos with that bullet was the shootout at Taco Hill, which I did in 2018. And it was a windy day. I used a handy rifle. I had to shoot at an angle at the backyard to get the right yardage. And it was stressful because I knew I was going to throw a flyer somewhere, and it just turned out to be a fun day. My only regret is I did outtakes with Georgia Boy and PC Bullet Empire, and I should have done a little better video quality on those outtakes, and that's my only regret. However, creative always beats video quality, in my opinion, so I'm fine with that. You can have the best video quality, but if it doesn't have creative, it's just got good video quality. All right. So these bullets were shot with crappy Harbor Freight powder coat and a surplus blue mix. So some bullets were red, blue, and purple, and they still shot fine. So there was one of my favorite videos, and I'll post a link below. Okay, so anyone that has a 38 revolver or 357 needs to have at least one double-ended wad cutter or a wad cutter. Just great round holes. They thump, they shoot great, and so you got to have a wad cutter. I'm sorry. My favorite is the OHAS 38140W, which really comes out to 150 grain. So that's these right here. And I prefer a true double-ended wad cutter, flat on both sides. One of the reasons is you can size it either end. You don't have to find which end to size. And I throw this in a collator on the APP press, and it's the fastest bullet you'll ever size in the world. It doesn't care what side. And so I have a link to a video on this one shooting at 70 yards. A lot of people will think, well, a double-ended wad cutter is not going to be that accurate at longer range, even though it's used to be one of the favorites for shooting targets, competition, whatever. And it does shoot good, at least at 70 yards, and I'll post a link to a video down there. I use this in a lever action all the time. I absolutely love it for just all-round cheap planking, hardly any powder, and so the OHAS is my favorite. Now behind here is the Lee 6 cavity button nose, and it's all right, but this is much, I just prefer the true double-ended. Also have these bullets in a Lyman button-ended, but still prefer the OHAS. I haven't found anything better than this OHAS, even though they make similar type molds. So if you find one used cheap, there you go. All right, now these two right here constantly shoot good. No matter what the powder charge or firearm you're using, rifle or pistol. I got this one from Cranky. It's the Arsenal 359-155RF. And constantly shoots good. Every time. It seems like they're always there. And I got this one from PC Bullet Empire, Timothy. And this is the NOE, and I forget the exact model. This one comes out to about 157 grain with a gas check. It has a gas check on it. Always shoot good, always. And so these two are a great mold to have. They're cruise control, great bullets. And I'm going to post a link to a video where I loaded them in 9mm and some others, which isn't for the novice reloader. You have to have the right chamber. You have to be very careful, pressure and all that, because it's not designed to be a 9mm bullet. But I'm going to post a link to that video. And that was a lot of work because I did all kinds of bullets, you know, in one video. I don't want to call it work. It was for my own entertainment and curiosity. I don't want to start lecturing here, but when people call their videos work, usually they're either making money off their videos or they want your money. Most of us do videos just for our own sake, and we're running a camera while we're doing our own thing. All right, so these two, I highly recommend those. Now these I'm going to put in the bread and butter category. This is the Lee 358 round flat, and it's a good all-around bullet. These two seem to eke it out just a hair every time, but sometimes this has a really good day. So that's a very good bread and butter bullet in a 6 cavity that's cheap. And so that's a good, highly recommended bullet right there. Another one is the Lyman 358-156. That is a notorious bullet that you'll see in your manuals all the time. You have data. This has a gas check cut. It shoots really good. You can get the molds cheap. I have 2 of these. They were under $40 shipped before the craziness on eBay, and super easy to cast like the rest of these. I've found that once you put a gas check on these and run them hot, they really shoot good. So the Lyman 358-156. So I put these in the bread and butter category. They're going to shoot good. They're not going to knock your socks off like the Taco Bullet, the OHAS, and these two, but they're very close to that. So if that makes any sense. Okay, I have other molds. But those are my favorite that don't seem to be picky about what firearm or powder charge or whatever you do with them. They always come through. So I just showing those. Now, as far as a 38 special revolver dedicated for 38 special, I have 2 favorites. One is the Model 10 heavy barrel Smith & Wesson. Pre-lock, of course. The older, the better. No adjustable sights, just a simple utility handy revolver. And you can see it's got a really heavy, thick barrel on it, and it's just a great 38 special revolver. And then the other one would be the notorious K38, which used to shoot You know, it was notorious with wad cutters and competitions for target shooting. I had a couple of those I sold before the move, and I shouldn't have. They were 6-inch adjustable sight. What an awesome gun those were. And so those are my two favorite dedicated 38 special revolvers. I also have a Model 15, but I kind of prefer the 10 without the adjustable sights. So, in the heavy barrel, it's solid all the way through. If I was buying a .357 today, it'd be the GP100, and Jesse B Outdoors already has one, so he's good to go. Those are built to last forever in .357. We had a range rental that was on the range for several years. It got nothing but .357 put through it, and it lasted forever. It lasted until the barrel got shot out, and then Ruger replaced the barrel, and it went on several years after that as a range rental. And the lockup, there was no end shake. It was just amazing how much that lasted. Nothing in its size lasted as long, and so you got to give it up for the GP100. All right, I hope you found this interesting. Until next time, thanks for watching.